A truck spills dangerous acid. Now at 6, what we learned about the company transporting that acid and just how common these type of shipments are on Bay Area roads. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Wendy Ryan.
And I'm Brendan McLaughlin. The driver of a flatbed truck was burned this morning after the truck spilled about 1,000 gallons of sulfuric acid in Polk County. It happened on State Road 60 at Rifle Range Road near Bartow. The driver was flown to Tampa General Hospital. Tonight, our Ryan Race has an in-depth look at the shipment of hazardous chemicals on the Bay Area roads. But first, Ryan, who's live at the scene. Now, let me ask you, is State Road 60 open or closed at this point?
Well, it is still closed, Brendan. If you look behind me, it does appear like they're making some progress here, but it is still closed at this point, so there is still a detour in place. And I can tell you that cleaning up 1,000 gallons of sulfuric acid is obviously not an easy nor a quick process, and this is exactly why there are regulations in place so spills don't happen in the first place. Most drivers are probably oblivious to them, but they are always there. Stopped at a red light or speeding down the interstate. It's not hard to spot a truck hauling hazardous chemicals.
There's everything from radioactive material to, in this case this morning, sulfuric acid.
As evident this morning, the containers are by no means unbreakable or spill-proof. Here, more than 1,000 gallons of sulfuric acid spilled onto State Road 60 when the driver made an abrupt stop.
At this time, we're unable to determine how the barrels or pods were tied down, or if they were tied down.
The men and women who transport chemicals not only need a commercial driver's license, but also a special permit. That permit also corresponds with the kind of chemical they're moving. You've probably seen many of these warning labels out on the road.
Motor carrier drivers are required to understand and know what they are transporting at all times. They're also required to do pre- and post-trip inspections of the load, periodic inspections as well throughout their routes.
The trucking company involved in this morning's incident is Davis Supply, Inc. out of Fort Myers. According to the Hazardous Materials Safety Administration, this is not the company's first incident. The agency reports 2 previous chemical spills in 2010. One was due to an abrupt stop.
The majority of them get from point A to point B safely. Occasionally we have crashes.
At first, there were no injuries from this morning's incident, but Polk Fire Rescue says that changed when the truck driver was walking around and lost his footing. They say he fell into the acid, suffering burns over 10% of his body. Now, I reached out to the company on the phone number that's listed on their website. I left several messages, but I still have not heard back from anyone. Now, this road, it is still closed right now, but it does look like they are making some progress, and it should be reopened sometime this evening. Live in Polk County, Ryan Raich, ABC Action News.